begin right now with breaking news.
We've just received reports on a structure fire in the San Martin area. It's happening now between Buena Vista and Foothill Avenues. The structure is about 1,000 square feet with multiple exposures and may extend to grass regions. We've also gotten word that there's another fire happening now in Morgan Hill. That's spread to about 10 acres at what CAL FIRE is calling a moderate rate of spread. They are advising to stay clear of the area of Sunnyside and West Edmondson Court. We have Pam Temmerman with CAL FIRE on the line with us now. Pam, what do we know about these fires so far?
Hey, good afternoon. We received a call this morning around 9:30 regarding a structure fire in San Martin on Buena Vista Avenue. It turned out we had several outbuildings that were involved and about a quarter acre of grass. The fire is still not contained, but they are getting good containment around it. We're waiting for one other outbuilding to basically collapse in on itself because it's too dangerous to approach right now. It's about 1,000 square feet in size. But the grass fire has been contained, and we'll be out there for several hours mopping up. Then we ended up with a second fire in Morgan Hill over on Sunnyside Avenue. It was reported a couple acres in size. We've just contained that fire to a total of 10 acres, and we'll have equipment and firefighters out there on scene for the next several hours mopping that one up as well.
Have either of those fires prompted any sort of evacuations or threat to surrounding, I guess, structures or potentially residents?
No evacuations are in place. No threat to any structures outside of the structures that were damaged on the Buena Vista fire. The fire over on Sunnyside was initially, we had one structure that was threatened. Thank goodness it wasn't damaged, and all the damage was just to the surrounding vegetation.
Thank goodness for that. Now, I know we have some windy conditions out there. Has that posed to be a problem? I know it sounds like both crews are, have control over them to some degree, but has the wind posed any sort of challenge for the crews in fighting either of these fires?
We do have a bit of wind down here right now. The biggest issue that we had was just the embers that were being blown from both scenes to the other vegetation in the area. Thank goodness it wasn't an issue for the Buena Vista fire. In regards to the one on Sunnyside, I'm sure that they did have some embers that played into it, going to the 10 acres that it did. But so far, it hasn't gone beyond that, thank goodness.
And I know it's still pretty early, but do we know what could have sparked either of these fires?
No, not at this time. Both of them are still going to be undetermined, and they'll do the investigation on it, and hopefully we can come to a cause.
And I know you said there are no injuries reported, but are the fire crews, there are no injuries among them as well?
No, as far as I know, we have no injuries to firefighters or any civilians in the area. In regards to the fire on Buena Vista, Gilroy Fire Department did respond with us and did assist us in that fire, along with an engine and a water tender from the San Jose Fire Department.
All right, well, it's great news to hear that it sounds like those fires are being contained. Fire crews are successful in their efforts, and just these both of these fires are just another reminder of how dangerous conditions can be here in the Bay Area and in the state, especially with the drought conditions. Any final tips that you want to leave our viewers with as we approach the summer season, as we continue in these drought conditions all up and down the state? Any tips or pieces of advice for them?
Well, probably the biggest thing is that we want people to either create or maintain their defensible space around their home. Make sure they've got a 100-foot defensible space or to the property line. Also, when you are out working outdoors, make sure that you're not using any kind of equipment when it's hot, low humidity, or any kind of wind out there. We don't want anything to spark and start a fire. Probably the other big thing is if you're towing trailers or boats, RVs, anything like that, make sure you pull those chains up so that they're not creating sparks as you go down the highway. And other than that, just be extremely careful.
These are tips that we cannot reiterate enough, especially seeing wildfire season in previous years. These are obviously tips that we can all take as humans here in the state to kind of prevent natural disasters from from sparking. Pam, we appreciate what you and your crews are doing in these two fires and really in all of the situations that potentially happen here in the state and in keeping all of us safe. And we appreciate you taking time out to just kind of keep us updated and give us an update on these fires. Thanks so much for joining us.
You're welcome.